Mr. Hafiz Ahmed, you are advisory editor, Ganadhikar Assamese daily. I am Mumtaz Alam Flahi from 2circles.net. This Assam is going to assembly election in two phases. The first phase will be held on 4th April. If we talk about the Muslim issues, the minority issues, in your view, what are the major issues and the problems confronting the Muslim community in Assam that constitutes about 30% of the state population?
The basic main problems of the Muslims in Assam, the first and foremost one is the question of security, the question of their economic, educational and different sorts of kind of development. And another major problem for the Muslims in Assam is the problem of the IDPs, both conflict-induced IDPs and riverbank erosion-induced IDPs. As we all know, that Muslims, after independence of India, has always been the victim of communal riots in Assam. In 1950, there was a communal riots in Assam, and as a result of this, 53,000 people had to leave Assam, and according to Nehru-Liaquat Pact, 41,000 of those people they returned. But after that, as the Muslim population of Assam, after return of those people increased, in the name of deporting Pakistanis, up to 1963, some 69,000 Muslims were deported to Pakistan without any law. Then came 1963 to 1965, there was one act, PIP Act, and according to that PIP Act, nearly 4 lakh Muslims, without facing any trial before the tribunal, they were driven away from Assam. They were pushed to the border to East Pakistan. There was a movement, mass movement, under the leadership of Jamiat Ulema Hind and two famous leaders of Assam. One is Maulana Abdul Haq Shahab and another is Maulana Ahmad Ali Shahab, popularly known as the Pir Shahab of Baskandi. They raised hue and cry all over Assam, and automatically the then Congress government under the leadership of Bimala Prasad Chaliha was bound to stop this, and even agreeing that such torture were committed upon the poor, innocent minorities. The then Joint Secretary of Political B Department, Dr. Assam, wrote a letter to the President of Jamiat Ulema Hind, that is Maulana Ahmad Ali Shah. It was stopped, and then came, after some years, then came the Assam movement, and as it is known to everybody that during Assam movement, in Mukalma, in Nelly, in Saulkhwa, in Samoria, more than 4,000 minority people were killed. In Nelly alone, more than 2,000 people were killed, and till to the date, even after that we have seen in 1994 the Basmari massacre held, and in that massacre, while the Chief Minister of Assam, Mr. Hitesh Sheikha, was camping with 18 of his ministers in the bungalow, forest bungalow of Manos Tiger project, attacking shelter camp, more than 500 Muslims were killed. One inquiry commission was there under the chairmanship of Justice Hawke, but nothing was done. Even not the report is published. The same thing can be said about Nelly also. In case of Nelly, till today, the Tiwari Commission report has not been published. Then there was the massacre in Bongaigaon, Kokrajhar, and now Sirang district. 93 people were killed. More than 60,000 people were uprooted from their homes and lands. And those 60% people were bound to take shelter in the shelter camps as IDPs, and till to the date, as on today, 27,981 IDPs are living in the 9 shelter camps of this district. And the Assam government have, I am not saying that only the Congress government, Congress as well as the SDP government of 1996 has not done anything for their rehabilitation. The Assam government up to October 2010, they were providing ration of 10 days to every inhabitant of the relief camp, but they have stopped it from October, and on 3rd March, last 3rd March, Usman Uhab Ali, 60 years old man, as he had no work, he had to die of starvation.
Right. Mr. Hafiz Ahmed, in the present Assam, how do you assess the educational and socio-economic condition of the Muslim community?
Very pathetic. It is. If you even see the report of the Sasar committee, you will find that the condition of the Muslims in Assam, particularly living in the riverine area, is very pathetic. It is below the condition of the SC and ST people in Assam. In case of education also, in every field you will find this.
Last 4 decades, Assam has witnessed dozens of communal riots or ethnic clashes, and about more than 1 lakh people, mostly Muslims, have been killed in these attacks, in these communal riots. Still, and most of these communal riots have taken place under the leadership, under the rule of Congress. Yet, people have been sending Congress once again to the government. Why? There is no alternative, do you think?
The question of alternative is surely there, but another thing is there. Congress is always playing the politics of vote bank. In the beginning, after the independence, it was that if you don't vote Congress, you will be deported to Pakistan. These people were illiterate people, and after that, up to 70s, it was the same slogan, and then the Assam movement started, and as everybody knows, till to the date, 1,57,000 de-voters, doubtful voters are there in Assam. Thus they are pressurized to vote for Congress. But it has been seen, whenever the minority people, they get alternative, they vote for the alternative party. In the last assembly election, it has been seen that AIUDF led by Badruddin Asmal, he has got a good number of seats, 10 seats, and also 1 Lok Sabha seat. So if they get alternative, they goes with them.
Okay, in the present ongoing election, where do you see the AIUDF of Ajmal?
No, I don't think that they will fare better. They will do better, and I hope that they will at least get 15 seats, particularly from Middle Assam and Lower Assam, and also from Borak Valley.
Okay, a few weeks back there was a split in Jamiatul Ulama-e-Hind, and he was in fact sacked by the group led by Maulana Arshad Madani. How do you see the impact of this split on the election?
No, I don't think that there will be any influence of this split. Actually, it was done by Chief Minister and the Forest Minister of Assam, and all the people of Assam, particularly the leading Muslims of Assam, is with the Badruddin Asmal faction of the Jamiatul Ulama-e-Hind. And actually, I don't think that the Muslim leaders coming from outside Assam can have much influence upon us. Once upon a time, say in the 50s or 60s, when Muslim people were not so much educated, they were not so much aware of their rights, then these people, Arshad Madanis and some Madanis, they were having influence upon the people of Assam. But nowadays, dictating in the terms of religion, nobody can influence. I don't think that they will influence much.
Okay, last question. Most of the parties, major parties, have fielded Muslim candidates apart from other candidates, including Congress, AIUDF, AGP, and even BJP. How do you see at this development?
No, everybody is to be, in the real sense, everybody is vote hungry. They only want power. Even BJP, who has killed more than 2,000 Muslims in Gujarat, they have come with Narendra Modi here. Actually, the Muslims of Assam consider Narendra Modi as a killer, and the Muslims of Assam also know that what role they played during the Assam movement against the Muslims. And regarding AGP is not accepted as a minority-friendly party by most of the minority people. In some areas, they are having some vote, they are having some influence, and they are not at all concerned about the well-being of the minorities. For example, when in 1985, directly coming from the hostels of university, Prafulla Kumar Mohanto, from his first ministry of AGP, the first thing he did in his cabinet was that he abolished all the criminal cases against the killer of the Nelly. The Muslims of Assam can never forget it, that they will